They're going to kill me. I told them to send me a video holding an object and start nodding.
Anything is a dildo when you really put your mind to it. There's no such thing as too large or too sharp. Every time you stop to question yourself, I want you to tell yourself, I can and I will.
There you go. That's it, Renee.
Mm-hmm.
I can and I will. Did you like
What's
that? Did you like that blues music that I picked for the intro? I picked that just for you.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm just a terrible person. Didn't have the mute button off.
Oh, I picked some.
Can you
I picked,
redo it? Can you replay it?
Yeah, you want me to play it? Yeah, I will.
Please, I will.
Yeah, I picked something just for you.
Okay. Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
what do you
It's
think
Marvel
about that?
After midnight. It's Marvel After midnight.
That's right. No, well,
Lokismom.
I wasn't sure what to call it. I just titled it Bleeding Edge After Dark. But
Okay, that was good. After dark,
but
yeah.
well, no, we can always change it. But I did.
No,
I did.
After dark's great. I was just for some reason I just said midnight, but yeah, After dark's just it's even better. Even
Well,
better.
I did make it episode 1,
Mhm.
and I listed you as a frequent guest and a
Mhm.
guest co-host on
Okay.
the show. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So like,
Okay,
so look,
yeah,
you
okay.
so look, you got elevated in rank.
Wow. I just got
Renee,
really all of a sudden just elevated there within a few seconds. How about that? I don't
how about that
understand.
shit? I know, seriously. Like, I want to see Grandmaster give you an offer like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, hey Grandmaster, if you're listening. I doubt you
What's
are.
up, Grandmaster? Yeah, you know what? No, I know exactly what you're talking about, though, about like having to try to find, work with Grandmaster on the times to record and whatnot. I've recorded with Grandmaster quite a bit, believe it or not. Like, I've probably recorded with him more than any other creator, in terms of collaboration, just with him. You know what I mean? And having him on the Bleeding Edge and whatnot and everything. I'm sure you probably figure, I mean, I made time for him and whatnot and everything and had shows specifically just to have him on. You know I did, because remember we did it together at one time. You came on. Yeah. No, I did it a couple times with him because I wanted to get him in on the Infinity Saga reviews, so at that point, like I do it all the time for people that are outside of the US and stuff and whatnot. The only time that I don't do well is in the morning. Like Danny J keeps fucking, like, I feel like such a prick. He keeps asking me, and like inviting me to guest on his shows on his network in the morning at like 9-10 a.m. Right? And
and you're just barely getting your coffee.
I just can't do it. No, I mean, I can't even get out of bed. Like, he called last weekend, over the weekend on Saturday for a recording. And all I could do is get myself out of bed and just turn off the sound and then lay back down. Like, I just can't do it. Like, unless I've been up all night, if I'm waking up in the morning, if I'm like waking up and like I've got to record, I just can't do it.
Right, yeah. Oh yeah, there's some people. That's how it is. You have to warm up, and get ready, and get your thoughts, lined up and everything. It just some folks take a while, and some it don't. And...
Well, that hey, that permanent erectile dysfunction, irreversible erectile dysfunction I've got going on. Yeah, I mean, it affects your muscles and like your joints and everything and whatnot. It's almost like arthritic.
Your peripherals.
Yeah. So, it's like a degenerative condition. And, that's why I said, I mean, honestly, I think I probably should sue Marvel Studios and Disney for that shit. Would that be funny if I actually tried to do like just for fun, just for shits and giggles, I sued Disney for permanent erectile dysfunction?
It'd be funny if you had that much money to get this lawsuit started.
I wish I had that much money.
That would be a big GoFundMe there.
I'm telling you, that shit would be funny as hell. I wish I had the kind of money to do stuff like that. I could do some wild shit if I could back it up like that.
Yeah, you'd have one of those yachts that's currently on top of Disney World.
I would want a yacht. I would want a yacht. Oh, you know what? Did you ever see that? Did you ever see that video that was from like the Disney Cruise Line or whatever with Falcon, with Captain America, and Miss Marvel and Captain Marvel and Ant-Man and the Wasp and everything?
When was that? When did that happen?
Oh shit.
Yeah, no, no. The reason I asked that, hang on. I have family members who have kids, and they take. I mean, I think they were there for a while. They were going every year on those Disney cruise lines, so they probably have experienced it, but I have not talked to them about it. So anyway, go ahead.
It came out right before Comic-Con.
This last Comic-Con.
Yeah. I think I have.
Well, yeah, they may have gone on it. I don't know. I don't think that. I don't know that they went on that cruise, but it wouldn't be past them to have been on it. I mean, they.
Oh no!
You should Disney.
You should seriously check this out. It's actually pretty interesting.
Okay. All right.
If I have it, let me see.
Sure. Because I'm curious. Like I said, I'm curious because I'm gonna ask them if they experienced that after I find out what it is.
Now, why would I delete that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like seriously.
I don't know.
I've got freaking
somebody snuck in there and did it.
Yeah, it might have been Nate the Great, that son of a bitch, that dirty bastard. I could just see it. Poor Nate the Great. He goes on the StreamYard to share it with me and whatnot and everything, and goes into videos and sees like my private videos that I've got in the fucking on StreamYard and everything in the video storage. I could just imagine that shit probably scares the shit out of him.
I can't imagine.
I can't imagine either. I even like but you know what? He needs to man up anyway and like grow up anyway. So he might as well watch that shit and see what's up with like what being a man is all about. You know, fuck it.
Well, that's only part of being a man.
Well,
it's actually only a small part. It's actually, that's just a very small part. It's just biological part of being a man.
That's true. But at the same time though, it's not healthy to just not get laid at all.
Well,
you know
I would agree. After a certain age, yeah, once you start getting some age on you, yeah, I would certainly agree.
Yeah, especially
I wouldn't encourage any teenager to engage in sexual activities until they're, well out of high school. They, for one thing, they don't even need that baggage at that point. Just save it for later. It's not like you're never going to get to have sex. It's like just wait a while, and then
Oh yeah,
into it. That's
my
philosophy.
And I'm just busting like about Nate and everything and whatnot. Like
I think he's a little older than a teenager though, isn't he?
Oh yeah, he's 22, like 22 years old. I think.
Yeah, he's starting to move on up in there, so he's getting some maturity on him, and he's almost a quarter of a century.
He's a really sweet young guy. He really is.
Absolutely is. Yeah.
The thing is, no, you know what it is about with him though. Unfortunately. Renee, is that he doesn't understand that like him and I believe in the same things when it comes to women and whatnot and everything we do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just that like I'm a lot older than he is and more experienced than he, and he's just young and inexperienced. And that's the only difference really. But
yeah, we shouldn't really be talking about him behind his.
No.
He's a good, like you said, he's a good guy. He's when it's his time, he'll find his spot. So yeah, nobody should be put down for their whatever they're going through.
No, Nate's a good friend of mine.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sure he'll meet a really nice girl at some point and whatnot and everything, and they'll probably sort it out at that point. Which is probably how he prefer to do it.
He seems like a seeker that he's wanting to find out some things. So that's
Oh yeah,
you just go ahead and take the plunge at some point.
No, I mean he had a girlfriend. I mean he did. He had a girlfriend there for a while. Like I've known Nate for a long time, believe it or not. For several years, and he had a girlfriend for a while and whatnot. She was pretty. I think she's even on YouTube and everything and whatnot. Yeah, I like having Nate on as a guest and whatnot. He's been. I think he's even been on the podcast of Champions before.
Yes. Well, I'm not sure if I met him over there, but I have been on with him a couple times with you, so I'm familiar with him. Real knowledgeable. Knows a lot. I think he's into sports, into the wrestling. and the wrestling war and all that. So yeah, I think
I
good
think he.
kids. We
I
let's
think he,
let's talk.
no.
Let's Nate's a good guy, and we can maybe in private talk a little bit
Oh,
more. Cause, yeah.
I'm sorry about that. No, this is actually this is what the video I was talking about. Avengers Quantum Encounter. It's called, with the
Okay.
Wasp, Ant-Man, Captain America, Captain Marvel, and Miss Marvel. And just give me 1 second so I can whip it up real quick. And I've got to slap it through a YouTube to MP4 type deal real quick and whatnot before like we can actually do anything with it. We're doing shit on the fly here, folks. But no, Renee. So tell me, what was it like reviewing the She-Hulk finale with freaking Grandmaster and Taylor? That must have been some dry shit.
It was pretty funny. I think, and Taylor, bless his heart, he really kept he stood by that show. He stood by that show more than I was. And well, let's wait and see. Let's say, well, maybe this is going to be into that. And I think when it really did get to that last episode, he said, "Oh fuck it," he just he just let
Good.
loose on it. He
I'm
just, I
glad.
mean, I won't go into the details, but they can speak. You can look at the video and speak. Then it kind of speaks for itself.
Oh, I
But
will.
yeah, it was a big disappointment. But yeah, Taylor always he's really he's meta. He gets in deep into stuff more than we think. He's got a whole side to him that he kind of doesn't show, but ever so often he does when he gets real passionate about something. And so yeah, he's always a great person, a great guest, and everything. He has a lot to
Well,
say.
I'm telling you, if you just go back and look at like the first couple of reviews we did of the She-Hulk, the first couple episodes, the first 3, 4, or 5 episodes, I had nothing but positive things to say about the
Yeah,
episode.
absolutely. I did too. I mean, I really had high hopes. I came in, it went in the first couple episodes. It made sense. We could see where it was going. I even said way back then, I thought the whole where she's like blowing Bruce off that everybody was so upset about, or not everybody, but a lot of folks were upset about. That was the whole point. She's gonna get her comeuppance for doing that. And that's sort of what and if it had been that about that and not winding up being whatever gobbledygook mess it was, then I think it would have been a good series. But sadly it got off track and just never got back on. It was unfortunate. I hate it for Tatiana Maslany, because that was her showcase, that was her introduction into the MCU, and then she's saddled with this. The only redemptive hope I think there is, and I've been thinking about this, is that this all took place in a total different universe. This is like Earth 19423, but we're over here in 616. So,
Well, wait a minute. Hold on a minute, though, Renee. Why doesn't Titania Maslany get the recognition of like her act? She acted the shit out of like that
she
character.
absolutely did. I'm not saying that. I think she did if there's the one bright shining star in that thing, it was her. And she really got kind of even buried within our discussions because we got tangled up with, when's Daredevil going to come? What are they going to do with Daredevil? Well, and in some ways there was a lot of good things I liked about the series, and I thought it was, when you get to her central character, to the Jen / She-Hulk character, it really does show her struggle, how she struggled, how when she blew off Bruce, and how all this is going to start to come back. She should have took the time off, like he suggested, and spend a couple months over in Tahiti or wherever he was, and get a handle on this. No, she jumped right back into her own life without knowing what the heck what's going to happen to her. Bruce knew. He knew what it was going to be like, but she wouldn't listen. So then all of her troubles start. And like I said, if the series had stuck to that, even getting toward the end with sort of the ridiculous ending part could have been understandable. But it just really, and like I say, it really did her character a disservice, more so than the actress. I think the actress did real well. But what they did with her character, I think it's unfortunate.
Well, either way, I look at it as just like as kind of like the same situation as Moon Knight, where even though I wasn't happy with Moon Knight overall as a series, I felt like at the same time, without question, Oscar Isaac was absolutely outstanding.
Absolutely.
It for what they asked him to do in the series, he was great. I mean, he was terrific. And I think that we'll see what happens. I guess they're gonna do a second season of that show, which I think is great. I'm glad to see that they're starting to decide to do some second seasons of some of these shows. I think that that's a good component to have. And I'm really looking forward to Loki season 2. I think that it's going to be a nice break. We're going to have a nice break of like Marvel kind of in the way, where we're just going to have, basically Wakanda Forever. And then we're going to have Ant-Man Quantumania. And then, basically, if I remember correctly from what Cyber told me the other day, the next Disney Plus Marvel series that comes out is like in the beginning of March next year.
Okay, yeah, it'll be a good break. Just kind of concentrate on the movies, and they may have some little special. I think they got the
the Guardians Christmas special and everything and whatnot.
That, so they have probably some little side things going on, but yeah, as far as series, nothing. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you. Did you see the second Black Panther Wakanda Forever trailer?
Oh yeah. I think we've seen it. We've reviewed it a couple times on the show.
The second trailer?
Oh, is there a second? Well,
yeah, there's a second one now.
Okay, well go ahead. Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah.
Oh, I'm pulling it up right now. Hold on.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab it. So anyways,
I'm watching a replay of a hockey game.
Are you really?
Yeah, Hurricanes versus the Kraken.
Oh, so I didn't know you were a hockey fan.
Big hockey fan, huge hockey fan.
I used to be a pretty big hockey fan.
I don't follow the NHL, but I do follow the Canes, and you live in North Carolina. There was a team here, or still is here, called the Checkers, Charlotte Checkers, and they've been in Charlotte, or at least a form of that team for even when I was a kid. They had Charlotte Checkers, and we're talking about in the old days when they didn't wear helmets.
Are you talking about like minor league hockey or whatever?
It was minor league hockey, Charlotte Checkers.
We had the Utica Devils.
Mm-hmm. And actually, the Carolina Hurricanes, they were when that World Hockey League was running up and running. They were originally the Hartford Whalers, and then when that dissolved, they came down to Carolina, Raleigh, and became the Hurricanes.
I'm telling you, Renee, I think I got too stoned before the live stream or something like that because, seriously, I'm sitting here struggling trying to download shit, right, with my stupid Wi-Fi bullshit still going on, and I can't get anything to download, and I'm like, I'm just thinking to myself,
you're probably still having problems with your.
No, but I don't know why I'm not just screen sharing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not complicated.
You're just making your connections.
Yeah, no, it's easy to just screen share stuff and whatnot. I don't always have to download stuff, and I forget that sometimes. That's one of the cool things about StreamYard is that it gives you the ability to be able to screen share. But yeah, the second Black Panther trailer came out 2 weeks ago, I think.
Okay, I hadn't seen it.
Well, hold on 1 second, and I'll pull it up. Bleeding Edge, late night Bleeding Edge after dark,
and hockey report.
I'm a New York Rangers fan.
Okay, yeah, no problem with that.
Only the most broken people.
Hey Jeff, can we stop it right there? I'm really not getting a good feed. You know what I'm going to do?
Can be great leaders.
Yeah, what's up?
Can you? I'm really not getting a good feed on that. What I'm going to do is let's vamp a little bit. I'm going to pull up the trailer on my
Oh,
television,
okay.
television. So let's vamp a little bit while I do that, and then
Oh,
I'll
no problem.
look at myself.
Okay, no problem. I got you. I'll start it from the beginning.
It's pixelated and it's grainy and
Oh, I see. Maybe that has something to do with my Wi-Fi, probably.
it probably, yeah, but I think I could probably get it on the Disney Plus channel. Just give me a second to get over to it.
Oh yeah, of course. You probably
That way
can.
I'll get a really good view of it with the full sound around and everything. Because I have to put my code in because I'm an adult. I'll tell you my code if you want to know what it is.
No, that's okay. That's that.
You don't want to know my code.
You probably shouldn't put that. You probably shouldn't put that out there publicly.
No, I wasn't gonna do it anyway. I'm just gonna give you a fake number. Let's see if I can find it here. Now I'm on the Disney Plus. Where would I find the trailer for it?
And I'm sorry about that, folks. You know what? That's actually a good time for me to just mention really quick and shout out everybody out in Southwest Florida that obviously like experienced and all of Florida, all the coastal areas, and like everyone who was affected by the hurricane. I know that there's still people out there that still to this day I think still don't have power. And in those cases, I think it's mostly because like their electrical equipment, like their transformers and whatnot and everything, are out of date. And it's not because they can't get people that the crews can't get them power. It's because their equipment's outdated, from what I understand. But we from the Bleeding Edge and and Cyber and myself and Renee, we definitely wish everybody the best out there. Things will definitely get better. Like I mean, I can tell you right now, my family and I are still sort of like, I guess not reeling, but like dealing with the aftermath of like what happened with the hurricane.
Yeah.
And so we wish everybody the best, and things will get better. Hey, at least it's like for those of us who live in Florida, at least like it's winter's coming soon. So were you able to find that trailer, Renee?
Well, I don't think they have it on Disney Plus. I got to the Black Panther little page and see if I can find other extras or something. Let's see. No, I think everything that's going on here is going to be related to the first one. Let me go to YouTube.
There you go. That would probably be a good idea.
Yeah, let me do that.
Let's see here. No, I don't have it right here, unfortunately.
Yeah, what you're saying about anybody that can, whatever people can do as far as helping out, monetarily, giving blood, just support, just water, donate water, whatever you can, just any little thing, just send down there to those folks. Unfortunately, I have gone through hurricane situations, not only with myself, but with my working life, because I worked in transportation and trucking. So when Andrew hit South Florida, that was a big hit to their economy and everything. And and then likewise, when we get all these, it really takes a toll on the economies in these areas. And so people just have to be patient, and that, things will get better. And, hopefully if everybody pitches in and helps out and is kind and compassionate to each other, it makes things a lot easier. Let's see. So I'm here. Let's see. Wakanda Forever. Okay, here we go. I think I got it. And I'm going to look at it right now.
Tell me when you're going to hit the play button.
Okay. Got to look at an ad first, a commercial.
Dodger, what you doing over there, buddy?
Okay, I'm going.
All right.
Oh, wait a
Only
minute.
the
I got
most
full
broken
fan
people.
movie. Hang on. I think I got something else.
What happened?
I think I picked up the wrong one. Let's see.
Did you get the first one instead of the second one?
I think I did. Let's see. Here we go. Second trailer. I think I got him.
Okay, folks, we're gonna actually get through this trailer.
Let's see. Okay, it's entitled Black Panther Wakanda Forever trailer number 2. So I think this was it. Okay. I'm gonna hit the button. Let me have to do a commercial. Okay, it's playing now.
All right, bam. I see what you're talking about.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot more of Namor.
Only the most broken people can be great leaders.
His people do not call him general or king. They call him Kukulkan, the feather serpent god. Killing him will risk eternal war.
He's coming for the surface world.
We know what you whisper. They have lost their protector. Now is our time to strike. Show them who we are.
Yeah, I should probably go ahead and get my tickets now.
Yeah, this looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Yeah, we got to see Namor.
Yeah, he can fly too. That's what I was wondering, was whether or not he was going to be able to fly or not. And he can fly.
Okay.
That's awesome. I was concerned
Does he use
about that.
His little gill fins to fly with.
I'm not sure if it's like the little feather deals he has on his ankle that actually make him fly or not. Let's just be completely honest with you. I can't remember, but I mean, I just know that like that's one of his like many of his core powers, like in the comics, is that he can fly. You know, he has like super strength. Like he's extremely strong. He's not as strong as like the Hulk, but like he's strong.
Yeah,
like he's stronger than he's stronger than like Black Panther. Like Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther. He's stronger than Shuri. I can tell you that right now.
They're like that Atlanteans. They're like superhumans or something.
Basically, I don't think they're going to call them Atlanteans in the movie. I can't remember what they're going to call them, but I think Killmonger is going to be in the movie. They're going to bring him back, and they're going to have him. He's going to show up in the ethereal plane. Like instead of like Chadwick.
I got
that makes sense. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and the where they're like out in the savannah and it's that
Yeah.
rainbowy light and whatnot. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, the afterlife like place or whatever whatnot, where they like where T'Challa talked to his father in the first Black Panther film.
Right.
The ethereal plane or whatever, and whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I heard a rumor that Killmonger is going to be in the film. I'm glad. I wanted Killmonger to be in the film.
Yeah, particularly with Boseman, Chadwick Boseman not being there, that they'll bring that back. At least bring that part of their relationship back.
That trailer actually got me kind of excited for Ironheart a little bit. It did, like it was positive.
Who's Ironheart?
The young African American girl that like is gonna be like an Iron Man type, like the new quasi like Iron Man or whatever.
Okay.
You didn't see her like with her in her suit and everything and whatnot, like flying and shit.
I saw something, but it's kind of
that was Ironheart.
Mm-hmm.
That's her.
Okay.
She's gonna have a Disney Plus series next year.
Okay, already. Yeah, I mean that's what I was talking about the other day. If you look at it, how they're kind of pulling these kid characters into the MCU. With Thor's got his little, he's the guardian of this whatever she is, and then there's Kid Loki over in the void, stuck in the void, and then there's Hawkeye's young protege, she coming into
Kate Bishop,
Black Widow's what's the young woman with the long blonde hair?
Well, Yelena Belova. Yeah. She's going to be in the Thunderbolts.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, they're not going to be like I'm saying. There's necessarily a young Avengers coming. It sort of seems like that might be going to happen, but
they're going to do the young Avengers.
They're bringing these younger characters and almost teen characters into it.
Oh no, they're going to do the young Avengers, but she's going to be the leader of the Thunderbolts. Yelena Belova.
Well, okay.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing is that she's going to be the leader of the Thunderbolts, or like the co-leader of the Thunderbolts. Basically, it's going to be her. It makes sense that she would be on the Thunderbolts.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Especially since Red Guardian's going to be on it too.
Mm-hmm. I love that he's coming. Oh, David Harbour, I love him.
I know, me too. When I saw that, I was like, I can't even believe that shit that they actually got David Harbour to come back. You know what I mean? But it makes sense though. It does.
He's sexy. I mean? He's a sexy man too.
He's got it going
on.
And they surprised the shit out of me when they stuck Sebastian Stan in there too. Bucky Barnes, Winter Soldier. I couldn't believe that. I was like, you got to be kidding me. I never thought for a second that that's where he'd end up. I really didn't. When I saw that, I was like, you got to be kidding me. I guess it makes sense though,
Yeah. They got to place him. I got to put him somewhere.
I could see her.
He can't tag along with Captain America.
No, he can't. You're right. Like it wouldn't make any sense in the solo film if they were buddy again, like they were in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. You're right.
I think they're somewhat going there. They're at odds with each other, going their own way. I think they may have more of the adversarial, like how Captain America and Tony had that sort of. They rubbed up against each other.
No.
That might be a little bit of friendly friction going on, which is good.
No, they were tight. You remember they were tight at the end of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. They were like bros.
What I'm even so, they were tight, but even so, they were still having relationship issues. Having to go to the therapist and all that. But it'll break it. Something will happen, and they'll get mad at each other again and.
I think they'll be allies, and I think that.
They'll always be allies.
It'll be him, and it'll be Florence Pugh's Yelena Belova. They'll probably like co-lead the Thunderbolts. Like I'd be surprised if if Zemo doesn't end up on the Thunderbolts. I think they just don't want to. They didn't want to like drop that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if they do, it's got a great cast. I mean, he's Daniel Bruhl, I believe is his name. He plays.
Yes, Daniel Bruhl.
He brings a lot to that character, I think, and
another British actor, I think.
Yeah.
Or not British. I think he might be Irish.
No. My understanding, he's German. He's German, but his mother was Spanish, and he's actually was born in Spain, so he's Spanish German.
Okay.
Basically, so I think he's done a lot, like Spanish movies and things like that, because he's bilingual.
Oh, okay.
Or trilingual, since he speaks English, obviously.
Spanish German actor. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got a pretty good little resume as far as like movies he's been in and whatnot. He was in that Alienist series on TNT. I never really got into that.
Yeah, I watched that series because I had read the book. It was a really good book. The first that came out probably about 25 years ago. So when they made the series, I was really excited for it, and I thought they did a pretty good job. I thought the first season was better. I mean, the first season was better than the second one. I didn't really care for it beyond that much, but yeah, they did a really good job. I thought did a good service to that novel. Sometimes these novels to TV or movies don't work out that well, but in that case, it did.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And
he was really good in it too. Played a very sympathetic. I mean, normally he plays this sort of villainish characters or nasty guys or what, but he was very sympathetic in that. Very a compassionate doctor who was really trying to do some good things in early 20th century New York. Where a lot of poverty and crime going on. So he was always trying to help where he could there.
Well, the Thunderbolts ties right into what I actually titled this about. This late night edition of the MCU's Bleeding Edge. Harrison Ford has been officially cast as of today, I believe, if I understand correctly. He joins the MCU, taking on a longtime Marvel role. This is from Polygon. He will play General Thaddeus Ross, taking over the role from the late William Hurt. This is from IGN. MCU Thunderbolt Ross reportedly recast with Harrison Ford. And basically, let's see here. 81-year-old actor will allegedly replace the late William Hurt. General Thunderbolt Ross will return to the MCU, reportedly played by Harrison Ford. According to reporter Jeff Schneider, the Indiana Jones star will be suiting up as the infamous Marvel general following the death of original actor William Hurt. We're hearing Harrison Ford has, in fact, been cast as General Thunderbolt Ross, who's expected to make his first appearance in Captain America 4, says Snyder via Twitter. The news was confirmed by Film, who also added that Ford will be appearing in Marvel's Thunderbolts. There you go.
Okay.
The upcoming new supervillain team-up movie that will bring an end to the Marvel Phase 5. So that actually wraps up Phase 5. So there you go, folks. Harrison Ford is going to be the fucking MCU. How about that? How about them apples?
The big man himself, the big cheese.
That's awesome.
Indiana Jones himself.
What a big score. What a big score for the MCU.
Yeah, he's really, I mean, Harrison Ford is just, he's just like a towering, like royalty in Hollywood. So yeah, big score.
I mean, I don't see how he can really play this. Like, I don't see how he could be the Red Hulk at 81 years old.
No,
and wear all the gear. They'd have to go all CGI for that shit if they wanted to do all that.
Yeah, they'd have to do a like how they did Chris Evans in the original Captain America originally with that little old weedy, puny little old body, and then they just did a marvelous job with that CGI. I mean, you bought it right off the bat. You bought it that head and that body went together. So yeah. Good job. So they could probably do it. That's what I'm saying. They should bring back Stan Lee. They can get some body actor and then just paste his face on it.
Well,
they got enough footage of him. I think Stan was down with it.
I think that it's important that Marvel recast the Thaddeus Ross, Thunderbolt Ross role. It made no sense that because of the unfortunate passing of William Hurt that you would that you would eliminate that character from the Marvel Cinematic Universe due to that.
I mean, it was kind of hard. What are you going to do with him at the end of Civil War? I mean, he's just he kind of prefigures Thanos in a way, because he's going to divide up. He's going to decide, we're going to eliminate all these problems. These people are causing all these problems. It's causing all these crimes. Causing all this war. And then the rest of the good people are going to be able to live in peace. And that was Thanos' thesis. That he was just going. He wasn't necessarily going to target particular people, but he was just going to eliminate half the population, and then that would reduce everything down to a more peaceful level. So both of them had high ideals, but just villainous, evil means of getting there. So.
Well, William Hurt, he actually did have a pretty meaty role in the Incredible Hulk film. So I mean, he did actually, you saw he was pretty active in that. They didn't really do much with him towards the end there. I mean, he had a brief appearance in Infinity War. Mm-hmm. He had his brief appearance in Civil War. Mm-hmm. And that was pretty much it, and he didn't really do that much. Hopefully they'll change that. I like the idea of him being in Captain America 4. I like hearing any information about Captain America 4 because I have really high hopes for that film. I really do.
Maybe he's going to be just a straight up villain. I mean, he's Thaddeus Ross in prison now, and he's going to break out and wreak havoc or something. I don't know. Who knows?
I mean, yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, it'll be interesting. And folks, again, I just want to apologize if they're I can hear our audio is all messed up, and I think it has something to do with my Wi-Fi probably. I'm just having problems down here. Although it actually is saying that I have 2 bars right now. We've been having some pop, snap, and crackle type shit going on for the last couple minutes and whatnot. And I apologize, but it's just the Wi-Fi issues and everything a little bit that I've been dealing with just because of the hurricane. I'm still trying to figure out the perfect formula for trying to get the Wi-Fi to work best with my StreamYard. But no, Renee, I can't tell if it's on my end or your end, but you're kind of popping in and out a lot.
Well, how is it right now? Are you hearing any pop or anything going on?
No, actually, you're good now.
Yeah, it's possibly that. You know what? Let me stabilize my iPad. That may be the problem because I tend to want to hold it sometimes when I'm talking to you. So I'm going to.
Of course.
So
that's perfectly understandable.
Yeah.
But no, I'll tell you that. Basically, I think that, I want to point out, folks, too, really quick, that we are going to be doing our Werewolf by Night review Wednesday evening on the, I guess, the 19th at 9:35 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully, we'll actually go live by 9:35 p.m. Eastern if I get my ass in gear. And Cybernetic Shark will be moderating, and Renee will be there on the panel with me. And hopefully, I'll be able to find some decent guests to come on and whatnot, and help bang out the review. But it should be a good show. And then basically, I believe that on Friday, we're going to go ahead and do the 5th episode of The Rings of Power. Cyber and I on Friday. And then on Sunday, it'll be me and Renee again with Tony from ASAP Sports Network that was with us for last Sunday. And we're going to be doing episode 8 of The House of the Dragon at 7 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully, again, 7 p.m. Eastern. We'll try to go live at 7 p.m. Eastern. But and I'll tell you right now, Renee, I'm looking forward to it. And there's 10 episodes on that show. It's not 9, it's 10.
Well, what show?
The House of the Dragon.
Oh, okay. So you said it's 10 episodes?
Yep, we got 3 more reviews to go. We got 3.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then what we're gonna do basically is gonna be we're gonna be starting Andor episode 1 next Wednesday. And as soon as the Rings of Power is over on Fridays, we're gonna shift Andor over to Fridays, and we're gonna make the main show all Marvel MCU. Like that will be like the hopefully the plan.
Okay.
Cyber and I did one of our like very quick like semi bullshit session, semi production meeting, like 15-20 minute combos earlier tonight and laid it all out.
Okay.
I just lay it out basically. You know what I mean? And he just like drops his opinions in and whatnot, and like tells me whether or not he thinks I've got like my ideas make sense and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, we work pretty well together. I got to give Cyber credit. He's pretty easy to work with.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. He's real laid back.
I'm gonna have to go watch that Podcast of Champions She-Hulk finale review. I'm telling you, I want to hear what Grandmaster had to say about that stinking pile of shit finale.
He wasn't too happy with it, but he was a little bit. He had a little more positive feelings about it. But yeah, you have to see it.
I'm just kidding. I'm sure he probably did have. I think everybody was disappointed with the finale. I don't think anybody was happy with it. So
I mean, yeah, we were respectful. We were totally respectful to the series, but to the actors and everything. But yeah, we didn't like it.
No, and I mean honestly, I don't really see how anybody could, to be completely honest with you. It's I don't think it must be really hard to do finales with these Disney Plus series because it seems like a lot of times they don't come out very good.
Hang on, just.
Oh, geez, folks, I'm solo.
No, I'm back. I had to cough up some. I had to honk a loogie.
Oh, okay.
I didn't. I'm too ladylike to do that on air.
Oh, that's all right.
And particularly in front of Lady Death Lady, she just.
That's okay.
She's very mannerly. Anyway,
I will tell you. Go ahead.
Ask that question again. I what was you asked?
I can't even fucking remember.
Uh-oh.
What the? I can't even remember. I don't even know.
Oh well, it must have. That was off. I apologize. No, I really did have to call if I had to.
No, that's okay. I can't remember what the hell I was asking you or whatever. No, but no. What I was going to say was just that I haven't talked to Arch in a while. Or Lord Deathman, to be honest with you. Lord Deathman's been pretty much like
yeah, I haven't either. They didn't come on they didn't come on She-Hulk. I think originally it was just Merv, Taylor, Grandmaster, and myself. I think Bez came on for 1 or 2 episodes, but then he sort of dropped out. Lord Deathman, I can't remember him being on there, and Arch wasn't. I haven't seen Arch in a while. So I'm not sure what's going on. They just haven't been participating as much as they normally have. I know that, but I think because he has like 3 shows going over there, it's like too much. You can't do all 3, so they're sort of sticking with something else.
Well, shout out to Biz. I talked to Biz on Sakar the other day and whatnot and everything, and like him and I went back and forth for a little bit and shit. And Biz is my buddy. I like that guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's good people. Him and I one time Renee, him and I jammed out a 3.5 hour fucking live stream on the Bleeding Edge together. Like almost like we had another guest on for like the first hour, and then it was just me and him. That shit was awesome. It was fun. We had a good time. It was a hell of a show, I'll tell you what. We're talking all kinds of shit.
No doubt. He's a good guy.
Due to inflation, one good girl is now worth 1,132.13 bitches.
Oh, man. I forgot all about my economic advisor.
Yeah,
over there.
Okay, yeah.
That's the economic advisor for the Bleeding Edge, folks, right there. That's our home economist.
Yeah, if you want bargain basement rates.
Oh,
if
man.
You're cheap, if you're so damn cheap.
That's a funny freaking video, a clip. You got to admit, like it is. It's funny. Can you believe that they rehired Chloe Zhao to direct the Eternal second film?
I didn't know they were doing a second one.
Apparently they are, yeah, and she's going to direct it. That's what I heard.
We'll see.
That's what I heard. I mean, I'm just saying that like it
I ain't gonna. It's just right now floating out in the ether rumor. So I'm not even.
Yeah,
I ain't even gonna go there, Jeff.
I got you. I see what you're saying. I'll tell you that the Rings of Power is actually getting pretty good.
Okay.
It's
I
not.
watched 2 episodes of that and I couldn't get past it. I mean, honestly, here I am back in that. I've complained about it, and I don't make any bones about it. I don't really like that genre that much. I'll give it a shot, and sometimes it's good. Like I said, I watched the movies, the Lord of the Rings movies. I've seen every one of those. And I read The Hobbit. Was it The Hobbit? Yeah, it was either The Hobbit or the first book. I can't remember which one, but Tolkien's book. I read it when I was a kid, or teenager. But otherwise, I'm just not into fantasy. I never have been. I'm just hard science fiction. I like spaceships. I like robots and technical things and outer space and planets and all that kind of things and witchcraft and all this other things and drag. That those are entertaining too, but just not as entertaining for me for some reason. I don't know why.
No, and honestly, and to tell you the truth, I don't blame you for kind of walking away from the series after like the second episode or whatever. I'm just starting to like really feel like the energy is starting to really kind of coalesce and like it's starting to build up to where it's becoming entertaining right around like episode 5 and 6. Like that's where it's really starting to like peak, and so at that point, I think it's 9 episodes total.
Mm-hmm.
So we have 4 more reviews to do. And I'll tell you, like I was saying, oh, you know what? Oh shit, I'm gonna have to the next time that we get together, Renee, Loki's mom, I'll have to make sure that I prepare earlier so I go ahead and I upload like that video I was telling you about.
Mm-hmm.
The Disney cruise video, whatnot, and everything.
Okay, yeah, I'd like to see that.
Yeah, because like I mean, the thing is once I lock the live stream on and whatnot and everything, I can't change the Wi-Fi. You know what I'm saying? Like unless I switch computers and shit like that and whatnot, and that gets kind of messy. You remember when I've done that before in the past? It doesn't sound very good. You know what I mean? It's really irritating and like shitty. So like I'm still having some problems trying to figure out exactly what Wi-Fi to use right now to get the StreamYard to work properly.
Mm-hmm.
And who knows? I still might have to get like some kind of mobile hotspot or something like that, I don't know. The Verizon 5G, I still don't think my cellular network is working correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Like the hotspot, it's not doing shit.
It's probably too. You're probably getting they're farming out the power. You know how they sometimes could do those, where you may get a better signal at some point and then it fades for a while and then comes back.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the old when they used to do when they would like the businesses would always get the hot so that you could get on the internet faster. They always got the higher speeds and whatnot, and the domestic users would be like a lot less, and then at night it would ramp back up for the domestic users.
Sure, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think that's not a problem now, but back in the day it was when it was first getting going good, and everybody was getting on the internet.
Well, I'll tell you, I think we should go ahead and call it, Renee, to be honest with you, just because this is our first time doing one of these, folks. Like, I love doing this. Renee and I have been talking about getting together and doing some kind of late night show. And it took me, as it always does, it took me a lot longer to try to set the show up and everything, that I wanted it to. And thank you, Renee, for being patient with me.
Mm-hmm.
But in the future, I want to try to actually start these at like 1 a.m. or something. You know what I mean? That way we can go from like 1 till 2,
mm-hmm.
And that still puts me within like my like 3 a.m. kind of mark where I like to go to sleep. It gives me some leeway. But Renee, for our first episode, right? We're actually going to do episodes with these. So for our first episode, I think we did pretty good.
Okay.
I mean, we had we had some technical issues and whatnot, but they were mostly on they're all on my end. So, you know, but again, thank you for coming on with me. And basically, you know, I mean, you're more than welcome to plug the podcast of champions if you want and everything. You can feel free to go ahead. Sakara.freeforums.net.
Yeah, I've already plugged them.
Oh, okay.
They're all positive comments. I love them, guys.
Me too. And I already laid out to all of you folks out there and whatnot what we already have going on this week. And basically, I'll be recording with Renee straight through the week, basically, like twice in the next like 5 days. So, come see us on Wednesday evening at 9:35 p.m. Eastern, 6:35 p.m. Pacific, and watch our Werewolf by Night, you know, review and breakdown and whatnot. I'm sure it'll probably be outstanding, entertaining, and I'm sure I'll probably end up saying some crazy shit, just like, you know, when I scared the fuck out of that Tony guy the other day when I was talking about how my red ledger, like Black Widows or whatever, Renee, is the chicks that I banged with their period.
Oh God, Jesus! You had to go there, didn't you? Show the weenie video. Show the crackhead video.
Hot D.
Oh my God!
I
have got to find that video. I think it's on Restream. That video of that chick that like tries to fight the guy at McDonald's because she wants like a chicken sandwich or some shit or whatever. They don't have it.
Okay.
Oh my! I love that one.
Baby leg, hang out just shit like. I'm recording her. Hey yo, how long? My child. This is not my child. No, it's not.
Are you in the office?
Yeah, you gotta give me change.
I don't have change.
What happened to you?
Are you in the office?
Oh man.
Yeah, that's the one I have to close my eyes when you put on. I don't look at that one at all, Jeff.
That's the new style.
They score. Hurricane score.
You know that was the new style, Renee? You got to put a baby leg in your fucking shorts when you walk around in public.
How about that Sebastian Aho?
All right, folks.
They're up and running.
We'll see you later. Peace.